Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming's The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode number 2, complete spoiler warning. This will contain complete spoilers. It will contain pictures. It's going to have some pictures from the Comic-Con teaser, also from the sneak peek from last week. If you're not into spoilers, I have to warn you, get away right now. Don't leave me hate messages in the comments saying that you don't like spoilers. This is going to give you everything that's going to happen in this week's episode. So let's start out with the Kingdom. It's going to be broken down into several different categories. Last week we saw Carol and group rush up. They were making their second round to Pay's research. There was an explosion that went off. One of the saviors got away, so their whole quest this week is tracking this one person down. Carol says if he gets away and radios in, it's all over for us. They actually do take him down. They get the radio, but they're not sure if he did notify other people. Ezekiel does give a little bit of speech and said, we will not lose one rank. Well, this week they won't. Ezekiel will return to a king's welcome, so that's going to be a little bit of what happens with Carol's group. But there's a lot more action in store when we move on to the next skirmish, and that's going to be Dianne, Morgan, Tara, and also Jesus. So they break into one of the outposts. After a little bit of a struggle, they are able to overtake this outpost, but that is not the drama. There is dissension in the ranks here. Tara wants to kill everyone. Morgan does as well. We'll get to that in 1 second. But Jesus actually chimes in and says, we're not here for revenge. They want to take some prisoners. Jesus wants a bargaining chip. He wants to turn the tide of the war, and that is not a popular opinion because we find out that one of the people at this particular outpost is Jared, the one we've grown to hate. Jared is the one that killed Benjamin. Morgan is not happy with the decision to save him. Morgan and Jesus get into a little bit of a skirmish, but ultimately Jesus gets his point across, and they do take him back as a prisoner. You can see over the shoulder. This was from the Comic-Con trailer. We actually got a still there. Jared is alive, and Jared is marching as a prisoner. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Should he have killed him, or should they take him prisoner? How about Eric, Aaron, and Tobin? Once again, there's another skirmish. Some of the group from Alexandria are actually going out to try to take over a small area. This is going to get bloody and sad. Aaron is barking out orders, telling everybody to hold their ground, and we did see this as well. This is evidently the gunfire is going to take several of them down. One person is very close to Aaron. I'll get to that in this video. We're going to talk about deaths, but you can see the blood on his hand, so you can kind of piece that together. Rick and Daryl are going to have a lot of excitement this week. The dynamic duo is finally back. We saw in episode number 1, Rick's plan was really to let those walkers in and take down a sanctuary where they've got Negan trapped. So now Rick and Daryl have to go to all these outposts where they have major weapons. They have grenade launchers, they have automatic weapons, and they're trying to get those to Negan. There's been some radio contact because they need to break him out. So what they want to do is they want to take over these weapons before they get a chance to transport them. We see a couple of guys load them up in boxes. Some of these guys will get taken out, but then there's this awesome chase scene where Daryl's going to be on the motorcycle. We remember Rick being in the Jeep. I think you guys saw from the Comic-Con trailer where he actually goes from one Jeep to the next. The goal is to stop these guys from getting the weapons. Bad news, a couple of them will get through, and we do see Daryl laying his bike down. I don't know exactly what happens with that. We'll get more to that a little bit later. And then also the face from the past. This has been confirmed by several spoiler sites. At the end of episode number 2, Rick is going into another outpost. He walks up the stairs and someone puts a gun to his head, and it is Morales. He says, hi Rick. And he says, you're Morales from Atlanta. Rick did see a crib with a baby's name, so that is the end of the episode. But we do know there's some death and some injury, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Francine is with the group of Alexandrians. She gets shot in the chest. Francine will not make it. As we mentioned before, Eric actually gets shot in the stomach. It is thought that he does bleed to death. His death is not shown in this episode. It may carry over to episode number 3. Tobin gets shot in the shoulder. Tobin is probably going to make it. And Shiva is going to make it through this episode. Shiva will actually eat some of the saviors. So we still have Shiva on the watch list. We think she's going to die at some point, but is not in this episode, and it's not this explosion. Thanks everyone for watching. This is the complete spoiler for episode number 2. My name's Killshot. Give this video a thumbs up, and leave your thoughts and comments below. Peace.